So what's more important, what you eat or what you think, right? When I first had my health issues, by far, I would have said is what you eat, right? Because once I cleaned up my diet, I resolved all of my health issues. But a year or so later, the health issues returned. And it was because I lowered my frequency. Let me explain. Let me break this down for you. So I switched my diet, resolved my health issues, and became fascinated with conspiracy theories, right? And this brought my frequency lower. I became a victim, right? I looked at all the different ways in which I was a victim in society, and it lowered my frequency, right? And the health issues returned. Now, the second round of health issues wasn't as intense as the first. On a scale of 1 to 10, the first round of health issues, it was probably 7 or 8. So it was pretty intense, sometimes 9 in terms of discomfort, right? But this time around, it was more like a 3, 2 or 3. And I know you're thinking like it can't be that bad, right? But I had developed such a high level of self-love and communication with my body, right? Because I was no longer depending on doctors anymore. I was listening to my body full time. And I had a clean diet at the time, and I had no reason to have any health issues. So I had to go back to YouTube University, and this time around I studied metaphysical principles and concepts, right? And first came across Dr. Joe Dispenza, who talked about how the mind can create disease in the body. And as I continued to go further, I started to find other research that supported this theory. But now I'm like, well, what happened the first time I got sick? Because I changed my diet, and that was the reason why I was able to resolve my health issues. But as I look deeper, I actually changed my identity. So I want you guys to follow me on this. So this is why when you try a new diet or any type of fad, it doesn't sustain itself because you're still the same old person. So you're just the same old person, just trying something new. But I had literally changed my diet, and looking back, it was actually a 3-step process I had went through, right? The first step was changing the identity, right? I had to question the culture. I had to question family values, and you're not going to become popular within your family, within your culture when you're doing these type of things. But I want you to keep in mind that it's your physical health, it's your body, this is your temple that we're talking about here. You can't trust what's not been working, right? If you continue to do what you've already done, you're only going to get what you already got. Also, when it comes to family, I want you to remember this concept. Those that mind don't matter, and those that matter don't mind. Step 2, I created systems to support the new identity. So that was me journaling and documenting my days, and as far as what I was eating and making sure that I was staying on task, right? And also meal prepping for the entire week. That was probably the biggest shift I made, to where I was making sure on Sunday I had everything I needed to eat for that following week. Then step 3 is really autopilot. The first 2 steps are the hardest, right? It's just maintaining that system. But after you maintain that system for a month or 2, then it becomes lodged into your subconscious, and you no longer have to think about it. It doesn't become second nature, it becomes first nature. Now it's harder to break that cycle for 2 reasons. 1, you feel great, you don't want to change it. 2, when you try to change the cycle, your body's going to say, no, this is not right. It's going to tell you that you're doing wrong. It's going to guide you back to your first nature. So hopefully this makes sense. If you have any questions, just go ahead and drop it in the comments below.